Hello, everybody. We're live.
Hey, everybody. Hope somebody's going to show up. But you know what? It's okay, even if you don't, because we know people are busy and they got stuff to do, and we have to do these things in the middle of the day. But here's the deal. Even if you don't catch us when we're live, you can always watch us later because YouTube keeps all this stuff. So
That's true.
It's all good. So don't worry. But anyway, what I want to do today is I'm so excited. Did I say so enough? I don't know. But anyway, I'm so excited because the Mixed Media Workshop is coming right up. The dates are May 13th, May 20th, and 22nd, and June 4th. And there is a Facebook group that's going to be up for a little bit over a month that goes with this, where there'll be more going on in there. And we're going to be talking and discussing our ideas and showing our projects and asking questions. Plus, Javi and I are hoping at least to do one Zoom session during the workshop where we all come together in real time and everyone can talk to me, not me just talking to them. So that'll be kind of nice. So we're looking forward to that. So we're hoping you'll join us, but you might be saying, well, you're a little bit late in showing us what you're going to be doing on that. We don't really have too much idea. Well, I'm going to resolve that for you today. I'm going to show you some of the things I'm doing. I'm still working on a lot, and as I go along, I'm getting better ideas, so it's all good, right? The kit is going to go along with it, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, but you do not have to have the kit. The kit is just, there's some people, when I do workshop, they prefer to have one.
Oh, Betty's on.
Betty's here?
Yeah.
Yay, Betty! My girl Betty's here with us. It's going to be a good day.
Look at that. Good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah,
Betty says.
that's so
Debbie
sweet.
here's. Hi, Debbie.
Oh, Debbie's here. Of course,
Sorry.
we couldn't have one of these without Debbie. Debbie always comes and supports us. It's so nice that she does it. So anyway, in this class, it's like total mixed media extravaganza. We're going to be working with so many different media. That is kind of crazy. We are going to be working with epoxy sculpt, clay. I don't think I'm getting epoxy sculpt, just the regular stuff. This time I'm going to get clay because it has a little bit more body. So I think maybe we'll try that. We'll do clay. We're going to be doing, oh goodness, where's my list? It's so much. We're going to be doing Swelligan. Have you ever done Swelligan before? That's the patina system that Christy Friesen put together not quite a few number of years ago, maybe 10. And that shows you how you can actually create patina over just about anything. And normally, to create patina, you got to have metal. And to be honest, I got most interested in Swelligan because I do a lot of metal, And she had just brought together such a nice system that's just the right amount for people who are making a little bit of stuff at home, want to try it out. You don't have to buy these great big bottles and all this. Plus, the stuff she chose is like almost not toxic at all. It is. There's a little bit of toxicity, but it's super low, and you can hardly get hurt with it. And I don't think you're going to drink it anyway. So, So we're going to be doing Swelligan. I'm going to show you how that works. How you use the metal coatings and the.
Oh, Joanne's here.
Hey, Joanne. The metal coatings with the patina over top, and it will grow patina. Will clay be? Yes. Betty.
Yes.
It will definitely be in the kit. We're going to be doing paper jewelry.
Debbie said she never done.
Oh, you never done Swelligan? Well, you need to learn about this then, Debbie, because it's I have a bunch of videos that are like from 8-10 years ago, and they're still okay, but our videos now are a lot nicer than ones they were. But I just haven't gone back to it and revisited it for a long time, and it's time. It's time to do that, So it's nicer if somebody can show you like in real time, and then if we do a Zoom, we can talk about it there too, and I can like see you, you can see me. Zoom is so cool. If you've not done it, I know some time ago I suggested, hey, we should do some Zoom, and some folks were a little weird about it because they didn't like being seen on camera. But I think since the pandemic hit and so many people were using Zoom, because they're working at home and stuff like that, I think just kind of got over that, So Zoom is cool. I have a Zoom room. We just have to set it up, so you'll be able to come in and do that. So we'll see how that works during the class. So you get an extra little bit of time with us. And I don't know when that's going to be yet, but we'll have to figure it out. But we will.
Yeah. So we can have this time.
Javi and I are both very, very used to Zoom. So,
Yes.
Anyway, we're going to have that too. So it's going to be great. We have 2 full day sessions, which the first 2 Fridays, which is May 13th and the 20th, are going to be full day, 10 to 5. We'll have a little lunch break in between, okay? If we run over a little bit, then we run over a little bit. Try not to in case you have plans that evening. But the thing is, you can always come back later. And I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Then we have 2 half-day sessions on a Sunday so that the ones who have to work during the week don't need to feel all left out and they don't have a live session. If you can make it on Sunday, then you could come on Sunday. And that's an afternoon session 2 to 5. And we're going to have that on, May 22nd and June 5th.
Mm-hmm.
And you might say, well, why is it not all together? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because so many have said, this is just too much all together. It's too much. And this time I would have to say, yeah, it is. You're going to need some time in between to absorb it because I'm going to give you so many new techniques and so many new ideas that you're going to need time in between kind of to process. So it's just going to be a wonderful time. We're going to have a blast. We're going to be making, just show you a few of the projects. Well, first let me start with this. This might be the best way. Let me move my stuff out the way. Out the way. First of all, I'm calling the class Storytelling and Message Jewelry. And the reason for that is because, I don't know if you remember when mixed media jewelry first got popular, people would tend to name their composition and even make up a story about it. I know Dara still does. That's kind of her thing, I used to do it a good bit. It's a lot of fun.
Hi, Natalie.
Hey, Natalie. So good to see ya.
How are you today? Just a beautiful sunny day.
So, who else? Amanda's here.
Amanda.
Yeah.
She's like, hello.
Amanda. Oh, she's from
England.
Oh,
Hi.
We love England. I would love to go there. And Scotland. I gotta go to Scotland.
I want to go to England. That'd be fun to do.
My forebears on my dad's side are all from Scotland. So anyway, storytelling jewelry is really when you make a composition where you might intentionally build your own story into it. And maybe people can tell what it is. Maybe it's your secret. Either way, but it has meaning. You're cracking your knuckles, girl. I'll tell you what. You're a piece of work. Anyways, this hobby, I'll tell you. Anyway, so it's basically about building a story into a piece. This is a piece that Cynthia DeFanima made.
You might have to lay it a little bit.
I'm sorry.
Down,
My friend Cynthia Wainscott, she goes by in her jewelry making. She has mad skills. We love Cynthia. She loves mixed media, and she does a lot of metalworking too. But these are things that she made with my stuff a long time ago. So, you can get into the grungy look or not. A lot of people love patina and rust. I do. But if you don't, hey, stay shiny.
Did she use resin in there?
Stay shiny. Yeah, I believe she's got some resin in the middle too. She has an image down in there as well.
Yeah.
This is very pretty. I love this. And that's all pretty much my stuff. At one point or another, it was a long time ago that she made this, but
I remember that frame.
pretty much. Yeah, it's French.
I
It's
thought so.
among all that French gingerbread stuff that I had at one time. Then Cynthia made this, this is what rocks me.
Gorgeous.
I love this kind of jewelry. This is, if you're not sure what mixed media storytelling jewelry, you're looking at it.
Hi, Andrea.
Hey, Andrea, if you're not sure what that is, you're looking at it right here.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And what the story is, I'd have to ask Cynthia on this, but I could make my own up. Now, she's got it on a locket. We carry this locket still in raw grass.
We do.
And she has put patina on it, which you can easily do, which I'm going to show you how. She's got a lot of our stampings in here. There's a tremendous amount of movement to this piece. As you can see, it follows around. She's got this beautiful Victorian piece around. I think I ordered that. I have a bunch of brass coming in tomorrow, as a matter of fact. I think I
No
ordered
way.
that. I think I did. I think you've been after me about that.
Yeah, I've been.
If I
after
did
Brenda.
get it, I will get hold of them and see if they can still send me some. But
It's
anyway.
gorgeous because
And
it's like
then-
a garden
right.
theme.
And
kinda.
then she riveted. This is a rivet here, guys. She riveted into the middle an old watch face. Beautiful. I mean, who wouldn't love that? You know, I mean, I do. And then she's got a piece of old book chain, just a little piece thrown in there. And, you know, she likes to mix up her necklines the way I do. I call working a neckline. She worked her neckline here. So this is amazing. And she takes such good pictures, too. You know, it just makes you think of a story when you look at this.
Somebody
She's-
said that's gorgeous.
yeah. So this is, you know, really a piece of storytelling jewelry.
Yes.
Her story or yours, you make it up. Okay, so that's Cynthia's. And then this is something that I did, I think 2014.
You gotta have to
Date's
bring it
right there.
down.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just not used to this here. Okay.
There you
we go. Okay, there we go.
Beautiful.
Okay, I made this. My friend Kate owns it now.
Aw.
But these are vintage soda caps.
Ah.
I think I did this before I was doing beer rings even. They're
Really?
flared out and pounded
That's
with a
beautiful.
hammer. And then there's just a lot of vintage bits in here and little danglies and droolies and this and that. Little buttons and charms, and here's a peace charm, and here's a spinner
Oh.
charm, and just all kind of stuff. So there's definitely a story there. Now, when I made it, I really didn't have something in mind, but going back and looking at this, it would be very easy for me to take this and say, okay, here's the story, and make it a, hey, Michelle, and make it up. So that's the whole premise behind this storytelling and message is like, you can just do something out of your head and make the story up later, if you want, or you can have something in mind.
Could you have like
Yeah.
something about your life, maybe like a story?
Absolutely. I put a bunch of ideas on the group page for the event where
Oh.
we gather to just get the details. Nobody's obligated if they go there. I'm going to get Javi to put the link up for you because you have to enter that group. It's not on the
Okay.
creative
I
group.
thought so.
Um,
Is it the workshop group?
yeah, it's a workshop group. So anyway, but you're not in the workshop if you go to that. I mean, you just
That's just
be
like for
there.
information.
Yes, for information. Plus, we talk there too. So I mean, you know,
And
you
share
get some
photos.
ideas even from that, and that's free. So, but anyway, yeah, the whole idea is to get, you know, it could be about your love of music,
Ooh, there you go.
your love of teaching, your love of old stuff,
Your love of
about
beads.
about your ancestors or a country where you came from and you're no longer there, like Cynthia. She came from Peru, and now she's in the United States. So it could be, in her case, if she made something, it could be about Peru. Or Javi could make one about Chile,
Yeah, that's
because
true.
that's where she was born. So me, I was born in the Appalachian Mountains, just like lots of you. Or some of us, baby. I was, yeah. Well,
Hi,
actually,
Dom.
I wasn't actually I wasn't born in the Appalachian Mountains. That's where all my relatives came from. They actually call where I live here, south of Youngstown, Ohio, they actually call that technically Appalachia, but no. That's mountains. And this is not.
Yeah, we're not near
No,
mountains.
we're in rolling hills here. I mean, that's not Appalachian.
Yeah, we got hills.
But that's where my grandma came from, and my dad's side, my mom's side, and everybody I know. And so I got lots of stories to tell about that. I got to jewelry about. If you go to that page, there's a Spanish poem that I love that it translates nicely. And I keep thinking about this short poem, kind of like Emily Dickinson poems are very short and to the point.
Yeah.
That one's that way too. And it just haunts my mind thinking a story begs to be told about that poem, and I've wanted to do one for years. But that's what it's about. Now, you don't have to do that. You can just make something that suits you. But you know what? You might
That's
go
true.
back later like this, because I just made something that suited me. But going back at this, baby, there are like all kinds of stories here. There's even peace sign. You know, I mean, you could go all over the place with this and just have a ball. Hey, there's Dara. She's a storyteller. What's that last one? Squirrels?
Squirrels and pearls. That's a name.
Oh, hey, thanks for coming.
It is.
Thanks for coming. We love squirrels here. Too bad Beans isn't here because she's...
Yeah, she definitely loves squirrels.
She's nuts about squirrels. She has a little squirrel
she's
that
crazy
lives
fun.
outside. She calls it Delilah and takes his pictures all the time. It's so cute. Anywho, so that's what message and storytelling jewelry can be. It's like has texture and layers to it, and just it can be whatever you want. It can take you back to a very sentimental place in your life. It could be about your favorite song. It could be about when you fell in love for the first time. It could be about your wedding, about your children, you know. I mean, it just could be about anything. So just start putting on your thinking caps and thinking, how could I do this? Because here's the deal. Back when I used to do a lot of shows, and I used to do a lot of shows, I always had stories for stuff, and people loved it. Because I used a lot of antique buttons in my jewelry, and people would say, what kind of button is this? And what time period is it from? And I'd tell them all about it. They loved it. And I usually made up a story to go with it. And they didn't know if it was true or not, but they were having a good time. And I used to use Mona Lisa.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. We still carry
have
Mona Lisa cabs. But I used Mona Lisa. In fact, she was my mascot for years long ago on my website. But I used to use Mona Lisa. Everybody got so intrigued about Mona Lisa. So I would tell them the story of Mona Lisa. My story of Mona Lisa.
Craft world.
You know.
Hello.
So, hey, how are ya? So, you know, tell them a story and you will captivate them, get them interested. They'll look at your jewelry with a new light. If you're not selling it. I mean, a lot of us do sell our jewelry, but anymore there are a lot that don't. Mm-hmm. So you can satisfy yourself with your jewelry. You know, like your friend says, well, now what's that one about? You know, what gave you, or they might say, what gave you the idea for that? And you'll just have it all cooked up. So these are some ideas of what storytelling and message jewelry would be, you know. Like if you want to make something about peace, that'd be a message. Okay, that'd be singular. This has got like all kinds of stuff going on. All kinds of issues here. Really? So anyway, yeah. So I'll show you a piece of that, what that means.
Hi, Erin.
Too. So who else we got coming here? Oh, Erin. Hey, Erin. How you doing?
Dara says making up stories is so much fun.
And
That's so true.
Erin is good at that too.
Oh, Dara
Erin
was
is very good at that too. Erin,
Dara.
Erin.
Dara.
Yeah, Erin is great with steampunk and her stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Whether she realizes it, it tells a story to me. Anywho, so this whole dealio here is going to have a lot to do with techniques that you can use to make your story come alive in a piece of jewelry, okay? So during the time we're in class and stuff, we'll be putting our stuff together. I really hope I can get this big epiphany and it come to me how to use that Spanish poem to make a necklace.
What's Spanish?
Because it's by Gustavo Becker. And he's from like centuries ago.
Oh.
And if I can see if I can remember it, it says, Lágrimas son agua y van por el mar. That means tears are water and they go to the sea. Suspiros son aire y van por el aire. Breaths or breathing is air and it goes to the air. I might have those two lines reversed, but anyway, it's the same. Oh. And then it says, Dime mi bien, cuando el amor se olvida, ¿sabes a dónde va? So it says, so tell me, my dear one, when love is gone, do you know where it goes? That's so poignant. I love that. I mean, it just makes you think of all kinds of things, you know. So, anyways, I really want to do something with it.
Something with blue.
But I'm not quite sure. Anyway, so, okay. So here's a sample. We've been talking about, you know, storytelling. Then I'm going to show you the difference between that and message story, okay? And I hope this shows up good enough so you can see it. Yeah, you can
definitely see
it. This, we're going to make these in the class.
Ooh.
Yeah. I love these. It's a faux leather bracelet, and you use stamps on it to create your texture. And it just wants to fight me right now, but when you know
is it a spinning class?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's probably why it's fighting.
Yeah. It's a swivel.
Swivel.
You know what? Maybe I just don't need to worry about it. Anyhow, so I just want to show you this real good. Okay, it goes like this. to create this on top, I had some kind of like a rust colored polymer clay Sculpey. It's usually what I use is Sculpey. You guys don't know me for polymer clay, but I've been doing polymer clay for a lot of years. But I don't cane. I don't do specific stuff like they teach you in class. And Christy Friesen used to come here and teach part of the class, the workshop with me. And she did most of it the first few years. And she would have a project. I couldn't do it. And it wasn't because I didn't have the ability. I just couldn't stay with it. I had to go like, okay, I'll follow you this so long, and then whoop, exit
Gone.
stage right, exit stage left, and I just, go your own way like Fleetwood Mac. So anyway, so this is my deal. I think I did have a video on this some time ago. I formed the polymer clay like this, and then I stamp it, and I use Lisa Pavelka's tooled leather stamp, which I think Jordan just put back on the site this morning, or Javi did, one of them. If they
It
did.
was definitely him.
Okay. I'm going to check to make sure. But this, I love that texture. It's not a stamp like on the old wood block or the mounted stuff. It's a texture sheet. Silicone texture sheet. And you not rub it, but you just push it into it, stick it up.
A stamp sheet.
Yeah, stamp sheet. So anyway, I love it because it does. It looks like tooled leather. But then I took another stamp and went over top of it. I love doing that. I like to layer stamping. And this one says, be happy. B-E-E. Happy. I don't know where the B is. I don't see him. But anyway, that's the message. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy, right? But this looks, and you can see what it looks like on the back. This is definitely polymer clay, but it just has that leather look, to it. And I'm not real good at working at leather, at least not at this juncture. But this kind of polymer clay, I do all right. And in order to form this, I had to bend it over top of something and bake it that way so it would stay. Or it would be flat as a pancake. And that's what you're going to learn in class. I'll show you how I do it. Then you'll have to improvise your own. Okay? But this is fun, fun, fun. Every kit has polymer clay in it. Can you believe that? From Bisou, polymer clay. Oh, yeah. And you're getting epoxy clay as well. And you'll get to see the differences, how they play off of each other. Because we've talked about it a lot, but now you're going to see it. One's good for this, one's good for that, one's blah, blah, blah. So we're going to really explore that, and you're going to enjoy it. And at the end of the class, you're going to know a lot about it. You're going to be able to teach it yourself. And then I have this other piece of stuff. I have shown this before, but I haven't concentrated on it. I've never taught it yet. But this is a very long necklace. It's all hand-wired. And it has epoxy sculpt beads in it, which I have done a video on that. It's been a very popular video, by the way. And you wouldn't have to search too hard to find it on my channel. Check beads. No acrylic in this at all. Check beads and epoxy sculpt. As in here in metal, okay? But the dealio here, the thing about it that we're going to do is we're going to do the spinner together, okay? Now, many of you may know about the 1928 spinner I have that has a 318 by 13 holes in it, portholes in it, and you can put stuff in it, and you can put lenses over top of it. I may just pull that out real quick and show you that too, but we're going to make one by ourselves and not use a prefab part. We're going to make our part. So, in mixed media jewelry, it's really important to be able to kind of open up your horizons and make your own parts as well. So, hey Susan. Yeah, I love that bracelet too. I had 3 of them.
Oh,
I
wow.
think I sold the other 2. Anyway, so we're going to do that. We're going to do it with 20 gauge wire. And then this is a epoxy sculpt bead that we've made. I don't know if we're going to get into doing that on here or not. Maybe I'll just go through it real quick again. But there is a video up now. The last workshop we did last May was all about epoxy sculpt. But anyway, so you're going to learn how to make it so it's kind of artfully coiled and curled around and so that it will move. Now this is not like a real quick spinning bead, but it does move around. So I'm thinking, okay, so now what? If you made this and you put like a wood bead in here, or you put epoxy sculpt that doesn't have anything on it, you haven't embellished it or anything, what could you do? Well, you could decoupage it. You could put words on it. You could put a little metal plate that has a word. Sometimes we even have some. I mean, so many things you could do to make this so personal. Hey, Bianca, how are you? Thank you for coming. I love your garden. I haven't seen it, but I know I would. I love gardens. That's another thing you do. You could do yours about your love of gardening.
Yeah, that'd be actually
You
pretty
know?
cool.
Or your grandma's garden, which was a very favorite
Yeah,
place
we have
for me.
like a
My
shovel
my
on the
grandma's
website
garden.
too.
Yeah, we have
That
stuff
beautiful
for
shovel
that.
for
Yeah,
that.
but I mean, or you could just kind of come up with it yourself. You know, it's about thinking outside the box. We're gonna learn to make one of these spinners with the coiled wire, and there's some other wire stuff that we're gonna do as well. Another thing that I want to do is I want to show you how to make some more beads. Okay, these are all polymer clay, and I made them last night, so it's not hard, right? Instead of watching a movie and made them last night. And the reason I made this one, you know what, Javi? Can you grab
Yeah,
it for me? We're going to do a scrap chain necklace. So everybody's going to, buys a kit. And you don't have to buy a kit, believe me. You can search your own stuff out. Maybe you've got this stuff, you know, whatever. So, thank you, Betty. She's
Yeah.
liking it already. That's good. That's a positive sign.
Yeah, we'll definitely have fun in this
But
class.
this one I made Sunday.
Here, let me
Yeah,
take
move
that
out of
out.
the way. Thank you, Javi. Kind of bossy me. Move that out of the way. So, anyways, so this is scrap chain. This is all scrap chain. Some of it's the kind of stuff that you'll get in your bag of scrap chain, and some of it's stuff I had. But you know, you can go looking through your own scrap chain. I know most of you probably got a box full of scrap chain. You know, you don't use it all. You got a little end piece left. You never want to throw that out because it could go for earrings. A little tiny snip could go for earrings. You know, or to work it like you have one section and another, and they're all different going around like I did with this. So anyway, so I did this with wire because my hoops, I thought, you know, in this whole place there's got to be some hoops. Could you believe it? There wasn't any. The only thing we had was beading hoops, which are very nice,
But not thick enough.
but they're too lightweight.
Yeah.
Needed something with a little bit more substance, okay, with all this chain. So I just took wire and made myself a hoop. It's kind of a shield-shaped hoop, you know, and I put everything on there. But really, I think I like the look of it, but I don't know. I kind of get this feeling like it's not done, you know. Her first tulips just opened and they're yellow. I love yellow tulips. I love yellow tulips. But anyway, so why would this be storytelling jewelry? Well, I've got an old tassel on here that I actually found jammed down in a bag of old scrap chain that I had. And I just put charms on the ends. So that would be your story. But I haven't really developed a story for this. I just wanted to get done, basically. So I grabbed them. But to be honest, I would rather see this with layers of chain, more to it, high and low, not all one length.
Yeah,
that kind of
what I was
thing.
thinking.
But I kind of put together quick because I want to just show you this possibility. And I could show you a little bit about using a big cap to make like a waterfall tassel. This is a little bit different than the tassels we usually make. There's more work to it. In a nutshell. More work to it.
You can make like all keys, charms at the
Yeah,
bottom,
you know,
too.
or you can make it all
Cats,
dogs, monkeys, whatever. I've got some
Animals.
little flying pigs on the website.
Flying pig.
That would be a good
With
story
the
when pigs
flies.
fly. Anyway, so then I made this hoop out of polymer clicks. I thought, well, now, what if I did that? I got a little ding in it. I just picked something up. Anyway, I'll fix that. So, what if I did that?
Hi,
Put
Mary.
that in there, you know.
Hi, Meansy.
Hey, Mary. Good to see you. This one, though, I have to say now, I haven't finished it. It's a little thick to use for this. You're going to have really big jumps for that.
Yeah.
But it's a possibility.
Or you can wire wrap the
Right.
ends.
That's right. You absolutely can. So, I mean, it's just about all these possibilities. Crazy, crazy possibilities, you know. And then, if you want to hand me the
Oh,
ball
yeah.
bag. These are some of my favorite type beads to make. These little spiral beads. Here's one like you know how we hand wrap our wire? Well, did it with polymer clay. Just spiral beads, crazy beads, stuff like that, discs, this and that, you know. So we're going to do a little session on that. This is like, for me, this is the most therapeutic thing I think I could do, besides wire wrap and just little beads to put them on, so just sit and just kind of pump them out. This was fabulous. And you might want to know what's the stuff on them, because that's obviously not just polymer clay. It's Gilder's paste.
Oh.
And I used antique gold Gilder's paste, and we do carry Gilder's paste again. People are asking for it for
I thought those
long
perfect
time.
pearls for a moment. But
No,
then I was
you
like,
could do that, but then you'd
They'd be
have
a
to
little
do it.
shiny.
You'd have to do it before you baked
you
it.
baked them, yeah.
This you do it after, and I just use my finger, and it does come right off very nicely. You just want to be careful you don't stick your finger in the mouth or something when you do it. Who would do that? Me. Anyway, but yeah, you just rub it on, and then I usually have a piece of tissue, not tissue, but paper towel wadded up, then I just go back and I kind of buff it out. Another thing you could use would be like a piece of denim. Denim works real good for a buff rag on this kind of thing. But I've used these type things in my drawer for a long time. This one I took a wider piece and I stamped it and I wrapped it around like that. So that'd be like sides for different, necklines and stuff like that. And then
Betty asked a good question. Do you have to bake the clay?
yes. Yeah. This, you bake it at 275 for half an hour. And you need to have an oven that's devoted to it. They say polymer clay is non-toxic, but you don't want to be baking this stuff in your oven that you bake your food in. I mean, I did years ago, but I don't think it was too smart. So, yeah, you just go get, I think mine's a Black & Decker. I think I got at Walmart, paid like $50 for it. And it's really nice. It has like two levels, like a regular oven. It has a top, wire rack and a bottom one. And I put ceramic tiles in it to bake my stuff on so they don't get shiny on the back. And half an hour, then just go down and then open the door for it, and let it cool down, then take them out of there and go for your next batch, If you're working in your workspace, and it's no big deal because you're there. If you're not, you'll have to go back and forth. My oven shuts off, so, it has a timer on it, it shuts off, so it's not a problem. I don't burn it, so it's good. But yeah, I love it. So this is polymer clay. Epoxy's different though, because you do not have to bake epoxy. Some prefer them. They're afraid, I don't want to bake it. It doesn't have fumes, and will I overbake it? How do I know it's really baked? And blah, blah, blah. And it's stuff you pick up over the years and messing with it. I've been messing with clay for as long as I've been making jewelry. At least over 30 years.
Lisa had a good,
So
Susan has
toaster oven works, yeah. Basically, that's what it is.
Yeah, it is.
It's a tall toaster oven,
You
But
can
you
get a
don't want to
baby
use the
toaster.
one that you make toast in.
Yeah.
So you need to get one that's devoted to it. And one thing I would say, save your money. If you see the Amico polymer clay oven, do not buy it. It's awful. And that's all I got to say about that. How do I know? Because I have one. It's terrible. Burns everything. I hate it.
Oh, that's awful.
Just go get yourself one at Walmart.
Just a regular
Yeah,
toaster
Black
oven.
& Decker. Come on, Black & Decker is always, in the middle of the line, going to be decent. You can count on it.
That's true.
So you could do that. But I mean, you could do this with epoxy sculpt. With epoxy sculpt, what happens? Like, let's say that I made this bead with epoxy sculpt.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I haven't done it with the clay, which is stiffer. It has a firmer body to it than just the sculpt that we used last time. So maybe it would work for me.
Which
but,
one? Which clay are you talking about?
This one, epoxy clay.
Okay.
I don't think we have any on the website now, but we will.
No, we had the colorful ones.
Yeah. Clay's a little bit different medium. But anyway, so I don't know with that, maybe it would hold its shape. But, with epoxy clay too, you have a window. You only have maybe an hour after you mix it up. And part of that time you have to let it set, and kind of firm up before you, use it. But I'm sure you could make this, but what happened when you sit it down, it goes flat on the back. And I don't like that. So then what you have to do is you have to find something to put it on, maybe stick it down in some styrofoam, leave it, upright in there. But epoxy sculpt adheres to almost everything. except some types of plastic, like a plastic straw, you're okay with that.
You could probably use the
Coffee-
Teflon.
Coffee, yes. If you can
Wrap
get,
up-
you have to make something out of Teflon to stick up in
Yeah,
there.
but just something really
Yeah,
tiny.
yeah, if you make something, or you could do like not even metal. Metal, it'll stick to it. It'll stick to it. So that's one of the downsides of epoxy. But I like epoxy for a lot of reasons,
Yeah.
So,
I'll have to
anyways,
bake
I mean, and you know what? You pay more for epoxy sculpt or clay or whatever when you buy it because it's a bigger amount. Like this right here, this is a whole pound because you get A and B part, But polymer clay is just this little cake, but you don't have to mix anything. So, if you don't want to mix anything, polymer clay is good. But you can't stick stuff in polymer clay like we do with epoxy sculpt and hope for it to stay forever. Because it's just
true.
not built that way. You might think, oh, it's in there, it's good, and then you go somewhere and here it all starts falling out. It's just not made for that. Epoxy sculpt is resin. It is resin. And you know what a resin does. You stick something in there and it's staying. So when you stick a chaton or something down epoxy sculpt and it cures, that thing's not coming out. It's staying. So that's a positive with that too. So we're going to be doing some stuff with this, to have some fun. And we're going to be doing stuff with paper. And I have to tell you guys, we've never done paper, except I did a paper beads video like nine years ago. And everybody hated it. And I couldn't figure out why, because I had met Janice May, who's like the queen and bee of bead paper making, at Craft and Hobby Show in Los Angeles about 10 years ago. And I spent some time with her in her booth, and she showed me all how to make it, and she had me making them and everything. I mean, I learned from her. She's the expert. But people didn't like that. I guess it's one of those things which are real proprietary, and everybody has their own way, and their way is the best. I don't know. Share it, that's fine. But, anyway, they didn't like it. But I left it up because there's nothing wrong with it. So you can go back and look at it. But in the class, we're going to do it again. And we're going to make paper beads out of text paper, what do you call it? Chipboard stuff we're going to do. Well, that not for beads. Heavy duty watercolor paper. Love watercolor paper. It's so versatile. For years I've wanted to do paper jewelry. Well, I have done paper jewelry, but I never, brought it out and showed it much because, let's face it, most of my teaching is done for free, and I have to get, hope I get some customers off of something. And I didn't carry that stuff, so I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do paper. Well, I figured it out. So you're getting a nice paper pack in your kit, and we're going to make paper beads, which these are not done, so they're going to look way better than this when we're done with them. And we're also going to make out of, this is the heavy duty I keep wanting to say wallpaper, watercolor paper. Yeah. And you can see, I mean, it's
a sturdy
thick,
kind.
It's thick. So you could decoupage to this easy and build it up. Or if you want it to be even a little firmer, you could use this, which is chipboard. Tim Holtz always called this grunge board. It's chipboard, guys. Call it whatever you want. It's chipboard. So a lot of people use chipboard like with their Sizzix machine and their dies for the Sizzix machine to make like different shapes and stuff, which if you have one of those and use chipboard, you can make shapes for making jewelry too. I've not done that, but I know it's possible. I used to have the little dies to make, they weren't dies, they were just like a embossing plate that you could use to make patterns on thinner gauge metal, and I had fun with that too. But this you could use in your Sizzix to actually cut out. But that's not what we're going to do in this class. I can't teach you to do that because I don't know how. But this we're going to cut, and we're going to make earrings. We're going to make like oblong earrings about yay big. And we're going to decoupage to them. And we're going to hang stuff from them. They're going to be so cool. Just wait. When I get some done, I will put pictures on the event page so that you can see them, okay? So we got to get you that link. We're going to do this. And maybe some art charms too. You know, we might do that as well. Let me look at my notes again, see if I left some other. There's a lot of stuff we're going to be doing, you know. We're going to do the swell again over epoxy clays, so you can see how that works. And over metal, I have a bunch of brass coming in. Yeah, I got the highlights of it. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff in this kit. Really everything you need except a few things you have to gather yourself, like I don't know. Anyway, you'll see there's a list on the event group that you can see. There's also a list on the listing, because these classes, you know, you can contact me and have you direct invoice you if you want, or you can call just general fund if you want, but you don't have to. It's on the website under the Muse Kits section and uses and classes. It's right there. So you just click on what you want. There's one for just the class in case you don't want the kit. There's one for the class and the kit. If you do that, it's a bundle and you save $20. So that's kind of nice. There's one for kit only, because some folks sometimes say, oh, I don't need that kit. I don't want the kit. And they start doing the class and they say, you know what? Yeah, I do want it. So they'll come back and get it. So there's that option. You could buy that by yourself also. Let's see, do you have to bake the glass? I'm seeing what people are saying.
Oh, we already
Remind me of
these.
Caterpillar and Allison.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. Oh, she just put the link up for you guys.
Yeah, I put the link
So
up for
you
the
go
class.
there and it's like the creative group. You have to ask to be admitted, you know. But I've been watching for it, so we'll let you in. And
Well, I did it for the class one to purchase on the
oh,
website.
that's okay. That's
So I
not
don't know
that's
where
not
the
for
other
the
one
group.
is.
We got to get the other one. Trying to think. Well, you know what? Here's where you'll find it. We'll put it in the description of the video, okay?
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll just kind of step it out that way. You can come to it, because you're going to want to do that. If you've been interested in this at all, that's where you want to be, is on that. And remember, guys, just because you watch this video, just because you go to the event group just to see what's going on, does not mean you have to be in this class. You're not obligated. If you don't want to do it, it's okay. But I think most people that see what's up are going to want to give it a shot. And it's a good deal. It's a good deal. You get, I think I counted up, it's like 17, 18 hours of video that you get to keep. I think I told you this. If you've taken my class before, you know this. But if you don't, you get to keep the video. The video, you own it. And how is it that you keep it? You have a private URL that you can go to at any time, and it'll bring the video up for you. Javi will make like a playlist of all the sessions, morning, afternoon, all that. So it'll be all in a row, in order. And you'll be able to go back and look at it over and over again into, like they say, perpetuity, you know, forever. As long as there's a YouTube, you're going to be able to go look at that. You know, so it's like you own it. The only thing we ask is that please don't share it, because that's not fair, is it? And I'm sure you understand that. But anyway, yeah, you get to keep it.
No, the group is public.
Is it public group? I thought you had to ask to get in. I had somebody this morning ask to get in.
It's public.
You know, but the creative group is a public group too. You just have to ask for admittance.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So anyhow, you know, we're gonna be doing this stuff and probably more, as I'm not done.
I put the
coming
link
with
up for
stuff.
the group as well.
Oh, bless your heart. That's great. Susan's excited. Princess Sparkle of the Resistance. She's so excited. I'm definitely in case something comes up and I can't make it live. Be able to use my kit and watch it. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you have
will.
all the recordings.
And not only
everything.
that, I don't know if you're on Facebook or not. Some people aren't. They can't stand Facebook. That's okay.
Yeah, we can always send you an email
But
with all the
you
links.
would miss the classroom part if you're not. So some people have like just held their nose and went on for long enough so they could panic in the class, because we do a lot of nice stuff in there. But if you just want to play around with the kit and see the class, and you want to press on the link for the kit and the class, and then if you're not on Facebook, you're going to need to let me know by emailing me or message. Well, you're not on Facebook, so you can't go to the class.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to like send me an email and let me know.
Or in the memo of your note,
yeah.
say
I'm not on
I'm
Facebook.
not on Facebook.
Yeah, because you'll get it right through website. So when it comes to me, it'll have your email on. So yeah, I forgot. I'll contact you. I'll give you all the information that you need to do it on your own. Okay? So that'll be fine. Yes, indeed, you'll be absolutely fine. We're gonna have. I think this is gonna be the best workshop we've ever had, and I hope to just go forward from there, just be better. And also, I'm kind of getting my groove back, guys. I kind of had lost it for a while. I was tired, and just, life had kind of gotten to me a little bit. You know what that's about, I mean, this stuff that's out there in the world is hard on everybody. But, I mean, just life itself is, full of issues, and you gotta, you just get worn. You get weary, But I got my groove back.
I like Princess Sparkles.
Yeah.
I don't do Facebook much, but for you, totally.
Well,
I
here's the
totally
thing about
agree.
Facebook. It's free, number one.
Well, that's true.
No money, and if you're just doing the Facebook group and you're not going out there and getting involved in conversations and getting stuck watching the feed roll all day long, then, you're using it for a good purpose. You're in, you're out,
That's true.
So, it's up to you. If you like to sit and watch the feed all day and talk to people, then, hey, some people get lost, and it's a great way to make friends. And, a lot of us
Great for
who
business.
talk to each other, we're in the group, the creative group already. And that's another Princess Sparkle. If you can hold your nose long enough to do it, come and join the creative group, because you will love it there.
That's true.
Yeah.
That place is
We have almost
very creative.
6,000 members.
6,000.
Everybody knows how to behave. It's been up for 10 years. Everybody knows how to behave. Everybody's kind and nurturing and encouraging.
Yes.
And we share a lot of stuff, and we have a lot of fun, and we laugh too. I've been telling them lately, we're doing the 60s challenge, which that's going to be over on Monday. I've been telling people, hey, if music inspires you, there's music you like to listen to when you're creating, you want to go get some 60s music off of YouTube and put the link up, hey, we'll listen to your music too. You can do that. It's that kind of a group. You can do that. So
Hi, Joe.
anyway, hey Joy, how you doing? Nice you could make it.
Yeah.
So does anybody have any questions about
Questions
this?
about the
Because
class?
I'm about out of words.
Any questions?
I can't give it all away, but I wanted to give you enough so you could
Just
say,
like the little
what in the
hints.
world is she talking about, What in the world is she talking about?
Okay, here we go. Natalie.
Have you ever used paper clay? It air dries very lightweight. I have wanted to.
Paper clay.
And in fact, Epoxy Sculpt makes paper clay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And I think when I put my order in probably over the weekend, I'm going to try some of theirs. But yeah, I've got some down in the workshop. I'm just intrigued with all this stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do like
It's
it.
definitely going to be
I
a
do
fun
like-
class,
I
guys.
do
You guys
like
got to
it.
join us.
Yeah, if you can make it.
Yes,
And here's another thing too. Classes aren't cheap. I'm not going to lie, but also it takes so much time. Do you know when
It does.
when I start to plan the workshop, that was 6 months ago, and it's constant head banging to come up with what can we do, what's going to work, what are people going to like, what's going to entertain them and make them feel like they learned something and don't feel ripped off because I didn't show them enough. I want people to be happy, have a good time. So I mean, I'm still coming up with stuff. I'm still working on. We're down to the minute here, so it does take a lot of messing around. And then if I'm going to be working with you folks for 17, 18 hours of time, that's just the videos. That's not even the classroom stuff. I still can't neglect the creative group. I still can't neglect my website. I still can't neglect my other customers who are not on Facebook and not on social media. I still have to order stuff in, so it's kind of an intense time. But teaching, I'm realizing it's my thing. And people do seem to respond to me somehow. I don't know why, but they do. So I'm going to do it. And I hope that we have more and more. I've got stuff planned out to the end of the year that we can do. Short little classes like we did in January. Maybe another one that's a little bit longer, but fun. But the little ones don't cost much. This one's a little bit more. The class is $115 and the kit's $130, but that includes your U.S. shipping. So that's going to be like $10-12 at least because it's heavy. So, it's all included in there. There's an awful lot of product in there. Really crazy amount of product. And I never make a lot of money on those kits because I just want to give you everything. But yeah, it's a good kit. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna use it for a long time. You're gonna love the experience. It's worth it. If you buy the kit and the class together, I take $20 off my teaching, because I can't take any off the stuff I'm putting in the kit. I end up in a hole. I do that. I'm that way. So it took $20 off my teaching, so you could save $20. So the two together are $225 instead of $245. But I used to charge $245 or $250 by itself just to come to the class at Columbiana, for that. And you didn't even get a big kit there. So I mean, this is a deal. This is a really good deal, and it's going to be worth it. And plus, you get to keep the video. That's like the biggest thing. You get to keep the video, okay? So anyway, I hope you will consider coming. I would love to have you in class, not because you're paying me, but because I love the pleasure of your company. And especially when we do the Zoom meeting, that's going to be a hoot. We're going to really have a good time with that. So, okay. If you have any questions at all, you can call me, 330-886-0052.
Or leave a comment in the
You
video.
can leave a comment in the video. I always answer everybody at the video. You can also message me at Facebook at Brenda Sue Lansdowne. Oh, she purchased it.
Class purchase. I'm happy to be in the class.
She's on. We do appreciate your support of our
Thank
business.
you.
I'm not going to lie, it's been a couple.
Yeah.
It's been some bad years. And we've wondered different times if we could go on. That's how bad. But we do. We manage somehow. And you guys are our joy. You're the ones that make the tough times bearable.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that. Because I don't want to quit. I don't want to retire, I really can't. Being honest.
Well, thank you for your support, everybody.
So anyway, yeah, I hope you'll join us. And one thing I do want to mention real quick for me. On the homepage of beastboutiques.com, you'll see there's a banner for PayPal Later and PayPal Credit. I'm just saying, I love PayPal Credit. I use it every time I buy something abroad because it gives me extra protection. It's also a very fast way to pay for stuff. Just do it, and then I just pay the bill every month. But PayPal Later, they'll let you do it in 4 equal payments, 2 weeks apart. So that might help you out a little bit if you need that. Or PayPal Credit will give you 6 months to pay, no interest.
I do like that.
How cool is that? So, yeah, a lot of people have PayPal Credit, not just people who are in business. So you might want to look into that. It's pretty easy to get, and the more you use PayPal, the more money that comes in and out of your PayPal account, that's the more credit they'll give you. That's dangerous for me. But anyway, it's a great provision that you can do. And PayPal is very reliable. They're easy to work with. It works great. Works like a top. So that might be one way that would make it possible for you to do something, whether it's this class or some other kind of thing that you want to do. Say you have a supplier and you need a bunch of stuff and you just kind of short, use PayPal Credit. That's what I do. It works out good for me. So anyway, there's that. Okay, guys, it was great to be with you. Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you for the kind words you said on the group yesterday. It meant an awful lot to me. It really did. Really, really did. You made such a nice comment yesterday. So nice to see you, so to speak, today. And we'll be in class in a few weeks, coming right up. And this is what's on tap. Okay, and there'll be more pictures coming as I get the projects prepared. So, and I'm going to do a drawing today. So, so get your name on here real quick.
Comment.
The time's ticking. I'm like gonna give you 15 seconds or so to get on here and say something, because you have to say something during the live feed to get in the drawing. Okay, so anyway, so if you said something already, yeah, she's gonna get the chicken out. Hey, chicken looks good with all that junk, doesn't he?
No.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. Well, maybe a steal for a crown.
Avi, you're so bossy. Anyway, okay. All right, we love you guys. Thanks so much for coming.